The future comes slowly, the present flies, and the past stands still forever. The highest activity a human being can attain is learning for understanding, because to understand is to be free. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Appear weak when you are strong, strong when you are weak. Time is money. If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. Everyone, at some time or another, sits down to a banquet of consequences. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Fear of death increases in exact proportion to increase in wealth. Whoever violated trust once loses it forever. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. The reason why worry kills more people than work is that more people worry than work. Everything that happens before death is what counts. It is better to offer no excuse than a bad one. Men always want to be a woman's first love. Women like to be a man's last romance. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. If you want to change people, why not begin on yourself? That is a lot more profitable and a lot less dangerous. To be able to forget means sanity. The secret to success is to do the common things uncommonly well. Laws are like cobwebs, which may catch small flies, but let wasps and hornets break through. Your enemies can kill you, but only your friends can hurt you. Never close your lips to those whom you have already opened your heart to. You can overcome bad habits only today, not tomorrow. To lead people, follow them. The first man gets the oyster. The second man gets the shell. It is better to make approximately correct decision than to make a precise mistake. Never compete with someone who has nothing to lose. Begin, be bold, and venture to be wise. Stupid is the man who always remains the same. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. No woman or man really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. The world belongs to the patient Seek wisdom, not knowledge. Knowledge is of the past. Wisdom is of the future. The only person with whom you have to compare ourselves is that you in the past. And the only person better you should be. This is who you are now. If a man knows more than others, he becomes lonely. Smart people learn from everything and everyone. Average people from their experiences. Stupid people already have all the answers. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. Success is stumbling from failure to failure, with no loss of enthusiasm. He who walks straight rarely falls. Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. What we do now echoes in eternity. If you can't do great things, do small things in a great way. Don't wait for the right opportunity. Create it. People willingly believe what they want to believe. The meaning of life is to give life meaning. You can hide memories, but you can't erase the history that produced them. Rules for happiness: something to do, someone to love, something to hope for. A true woman loves a strong man because she knows his weaknesses. She protects as much as she is protected. Nature hath given men one tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear from others twice as much as we speak. When we give someone our time, we actually give a portion of our life that we will never take back. Fiction is the lie through which we tell the truth. Do not envy other people's good qualities, but instill them in yourself through admiration. Who of you, by worrying, can add a single hour to his life? Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. If you want a thing done well, do it yourself. The secret of genius is to carry the spirit of the child into old age, which means never losing your enthusiasm. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Gardens are not made by singing, "Oh, how beautiful," and sitting in the shade. Never was anything great achieved without danger. The most exquisite pleasure is giving pleasure to others. We stopped looking for monsters under our bed when we realized that they were inside us. Good people do not need laws to tell them to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. What one man calls God, another calls the laws of physics. Death does not concern us, because as long as we exist, death is not here. And when it does come, we no longer exist. I would rather be a swineherd, understood by the swine, than a poet misunderstood by men. It is nothing to die. It is frightful not to live. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. What we learn from history is that no one learns from history. True love begins when nothing is looked for in return. Who dares nothing needs hope for nothing. No matter how thin you slice it, there will always be two sides. Victorious warriors win first and then go to war, while defeated warriors go to war first and then seek to win. Love your enemies, for they tell you you're false. Believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see. Keep your fears to yourself, but share your courage with others. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. Lead from the back, and let others believe they are in front. Wealth is like seawater. The more we drink, the thirstier we become. And the same is true of fame. If a woman is angry, it means she is not only wrong, but also she knows it. Love is an irresistible desire to be irresistibly desired. Learning to let go should be learned from learning to get. Real men despise battle, but will never run from it. We live in an age when unnecessary things are our only necessities. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. How much money does it take to make a man happy? Just one more dollar. To be angry is to take revenge on oneself for the mistakes of others. Any man can make mistakes, but only an idiot persists in his error. Ask no questions, and you'll be told no lies. It is better to light one small candle than to curse the darkness. He who is satisfied with his lot is rich. Do more. The race is won by the horse that outstrips its rivals by a head. If each of us sweeps right under our feet, the whole world will be clean. A wise man gets more use from his enemies than a fool from his friends. Wisdom is not wisdom when it is derived from books alone. An explained joke is no longer a joke. The shortest distance between 2 points is often unbearable. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, not absence of fear. Do not shake the green apple tree. When the apple is ripe, it will fall down by itself. It does not require many words to speak the truth. Before you diagnose yourself with depression or low self-esteem, first make sure that you are not, in fact, just surrounded by assholes. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Anyone who has never made a mistake has never tried anything new. If you're going through hell, keep going. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Courage is not having the strength to go on. It is going on when you don't have the strength. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. The man who does more than he is paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. People who say it cannot be done should not interrupt those who are doing it. A profession should initially be an act of love and not a marriage of convenience. Women make even the men more sophisticated. Above all things, never be afraid. The enemy who forces you to retreat is himself afraid of you at that very moment. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. Fortune accompanies the brave. Genius is a mind that knows its limits. Drop by drop is the water pot filled. Likewise, the wise man, gathering it little by little, fills himself with good. So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you. Do not chase after happiness. It is always in you. The best way to keep one's word is not to give it. Experience is not what happens to a man. It is what a man does with what happens to him. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. He travels the fastest who travels alone. It is better to act and repent than not to act and regret. Trying to forget someone means remembering him all the time. There is nothing more unbearable than idleness. There is truth in wine and children. The hard work of the future will be pushing buttons. The art of living well and the art of dying well are one. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. Nothing makes a man so adventurous as an empty pocket. The future depends on what you do today. The time for action is now. It's never too late to do something. Only he who controls himself is free. If you want the present to be different from the past, study the past. To know your enemy, you must become your enemy. Well done is better than well said. A friend is a gift you give yourself. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. A winner is a dreamer who never gives up. He who does not like loneliness does not like freedom. Anything you can settle with money is cheap. You don't have to burn books to destroy a culture. Just get people to stop reading them. The one charm of the past is that it is in the past. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. The lie flies, and the truth limps after it. In times of war, the law falls silent. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. No man becomes rich unless he enriches others. Without courage, wisdom bears no fruit. Manage your mood, because if it does not obey, then it commands. To give out someone else's secret is betrayal. To give out yours is stupidity. We must bring our own light to the darkness. When in doubt, tell the truth. Don't let yesterday use up too much of today. The best is always the enemy of the good. Children learn by an adult's example, not by their words. First, think. Second, believe. Third, dream. And finally, dare. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. The thing you think about determines the quality of your mind. Most so-called failures are only temporary defeats. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Men cheat because they don't feel needed. Women because they don't feel loved. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Often the lies that are believed become the truth. In order to understand the world, one has to turn away from it on occasion. All that we are is the result of our thoughts. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. Be equally indifferent to blame and praise. Men are moved by two levers only: fear and self-interest. Never put off till tomorrow the fun you can have today. To lead an orchestra, you must turn your back on the crowd. Learn first, teach later. He who builds on the people builds on the mud. Marrying is not at all difficult. It is difficult to be married. Treat your parents as you would like your children to treat you. Intuition is something that is ahead of accurate knowledge. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. What Paul says about Peter tells us more about Paul than about Peter. Even the finest sword plunged into salt water will eventually rust. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. The saints are the sinners who keep on trying. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. Intellect is invisible to the man who has none. You may turn into an archangel, a fool, or a criminal. No one will see it. But when a button is missing, everyone sees that. Anything you dream is fiction, and anything you accomplish is science. The whole history of mankind is nothing but science fiction. Women are meant to be loved, not to be understood. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Live every day as your last, because one of these days it will be. The greatest victory is victory over yourself. Control your finances, or lack of them will control you. Out of your vulnerabilities will come your strength. If a man is as wise as a serpent, he can afford to be as harmless as a dove.